Alright, so my last video stopped at the Golgi body. It says responsible for the secretion of waste products from the cell. Those little circles coming off of it. This one's drawn in a very cartoonish, childish manner. Many times they often have more of the little circles coming off it, and that's one way to tell the difference between the ERs and the Golgi body, because they all kind of look like wiggly thread-like things. So there's that. Let's see, did I miss anything else in here? No, I did not, so let's continue. And here's our questions. Which of the following drawings shows the organelle that is responsible for the secretion of waste? Our choices are the ER, the membrane, the rough ER, the mitochondria, the Golgi, or the nucleus. So go ahead and think about it. Did you think it was the cell membrane because it controls what goes out? No. It does control what goes out. Oopsies, how did I do this? It does control what goes in and out, but it's not responsible for getting it there. The cell's pretty big. It has to get it to the outside, so that would be the Golgi body. Which component houses the site of high energy metabolism and synthesis of high energy ATP? So again, this is the energy one. That would be the mighty mitochondria. Which of the following is a depiction of the storage site of genetic information, the site of DNA replication and transcription RNA? So remember our choices. Cha-ching! It's the nucleus. Which drawing shows the surface on which ribosomes bind for protein synthesis? So don't be confused by these dots, but these little, they're usually drawn as little black dots or little black circles. The ribosomes are on there. You can see it. Ribosomes are protein synthesis. That's what we need to remember about them. Selectively permeable boundary for entry and exit of nutrients and waste. So selectively permeable. Some things can go in and some things can't. So important. That is our cell membrane. Which drawing is the organelle that is transport system for liquids and nutrients? Well, I mean, we've used everything else. So hopefully you know that it is the smooth ER. Which component is found in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic? Golgi, nucleus, rough ER, just the membrane. Now let's move on to plants. Here you'll see a typical plant cell. Here we added in the cell wall, the selectively permeable boundary for entry and exit of nutrients and waste, where some important enzyme activities. Again, it has almost the same definition as the membrane, but the cell wall, I want you to make sure you add it to your notes, also gives a lot of structural support. Now, inside the cell looks a little different. It's having trouble doing anything. The ribosomes, sites of protein synthesis. You see that they're drawn throughout the cell here. They were probably drawn within the animal cell too, I'm not sure. But they should have been. And you can tell that they are on the rough ER, even though the pictures look crazy. We still have the mitochondria. Oh, we have these green things with little, they call it like stacks of sacs in there. Usually little piles of circled discs on top. So this is the site of photosynthesis, where it converts light energy into chemical energy. This definition, it also converts light and carbon dioxide into sugar. We'll talk about photosynthesis a lot. This big thing in the center, that wasn't necessarily in the animal cell as a big thing. This is the vacuole, storage of nutrients and water. A lot of times we think of the vacuole as water, and we think of plants needing a big one. Animal cells can have like 0, or they can have lots of little small ones, but they don't have this large central vacuole.